I'm worried that this minister that we pay so much, Minister Maite Maite, she's sleeping in parliament, and with that position, she's going to fall. And the minister would have fallen. She's still sleeping.
Honorable member.
She's still, I don't know, what's happening?
I'll have to ask my accountant about that.
That's not a point of order. Take your seat.
No. The minister is sleeping. You can't say that's not a point of order.
No, Josie,
are you condoning people sleeping now?
Josie,
we must come to sleep here in parliament.
Honorable Self, proceed.
We pay you. Don't sleep here. Hey, man. We're busy debating. You are sleeping.
Hey,
you are a sleepist. You think we're sleepists
take your
here?
Seat. Hey, honorable member, take your seat.
Order, Deputy Speaker. Order, Deputy Speaker. Order.
What's your order?
You can't call an honorable member. Hey, now. This is not a case here.
Honorable member, take your seat. Take your seat.
You must not be emotional, Chief.
Take your seat, honorable members. Honorable members, can you be in order? Please, let's allow the honorable member to speak. Honorable Minister, why are you rising?
No? Nobody's interested? All right, people quite shy. Your thoughts on Jacob Zuma resigning?
I don't know. I just...
Sorry?
He must just go. He's just a...
Well, gee whiz, that's some quite strong language for live television. Guys, any thoughts on President Jacob Zuma's resignation? All right, well, we'll have to leave it at that for the moment.
Honorable Monsieur,
point of order, Deputy Speaker, sorry.
Yes.
Future President.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm just concerned, the Honorable Batabile is drinking some greenish substance, Deputy Speaker. So is that allowed? I just want to check with you.
Honorable Minister, we have in the past advised members not to bring any drinking stuff except those that is served by the service officers. Honorable members, please do not do that. Okay.
But you must ask her to live with that greenish substance because we don't know what is in there. Please, you must ask her to live with it.
Honorable
because
member.
you have asked in the past the others to leave, so she must do the same. She's not immune to the rules of the House. Yes, you have done it.
Honorable member, please take your seat and stop telling me what rulings to make in future. Allow me to make the rulings.
The Minister of Health was able a few months ago to launch a new condom, and I brought some examples here. A new condom which is called the Max condom. The Max condom is in response to what a number of people were saying. They were saying that the other condom that had been introduced by government did not smell so well. And it made a noise whenever it was used. Now, through scientific development, we were able to develop a new condom which is called Max. The Max is for maximum pleasure, maximum protection, and it does not make noise at all. And it comes in different flavors. If you want a grape flavor, you can get a grape flavor. If you want an apple flavor, you can get an apple flavor.
Yes.
Honorable members.
Sorry, House Chair, can you
Please
get
not allow
control
this.
of the House, please?
Honorable members, could you please sit down? Honorable members.
I don't know what must be investigated because people were talking to each other here. Do we investigating people talking to each other these days?
Honorable member.
For real, Honorable Chief Whip of the DA, people were talking to each other. I saw the president of the EFF speak to another member until they finished. Now we must investigate even what you just said there to each other. What's going to happen? Investigate the conversations of people all over the House.
Thank you very much.
Let's debate insourcing, please.
Who have died at the hands of men. These killings have caused great pain and outrage throughout the country because odds of such brutality. Let's start again. I made a mistake there. Should I go? My fellow South Africans, our nation is in mourning and pain.
National Elephant Park, but it was crucial to fatten them up. Tranquilizing them for their move to their new bigger area was a challenge, sending 3 angry juvenile lions scattering in all directions.
What exactly am I looking for?
A key question that needs to be answered is, are mining licenses in South Africa available on bribing the political elite? For example, Honorable Baleka Mbete, do we have to find the FBI answer for them to unravel at that? Oh, thank you very much, Chairperson, for assisting me, because this was all over in the country that she got 25 million rand.
Honorable Member Matisha.
She got 25 million rand. It was reported.
Order.
Where is the money?
Order, Honorable Member.
Must I withdraw what is there in the country all over?
Honorable Member.
It is
Honorable Member Matisha.
It is a known fact.
Order,
it has been reported all over that she got 25 million rand.
Honorable Matisha.
So tell the country all the papers to go and do that.
Honorable Matisha, can you please withdraw? In this House, if you want to bring a substantive...
This is what I'm going to do, Chairperson.
Honorable Matisha, can you withdraw?
But you have not listened to me. Can you listen? I'm going on. Okay. Chairperson, you need to listen as well. What I'm putting to you is, I'm going to withdraw this truth from the House. Now, okay?
You've withdrawn.
I withdraw this truth.
Thank you. Proceed.
Now, if corruption is the order of the day and rule of law is debased, it is the hard-working miners in our country who will lose out on income, housing, bursaries, and so on.
He said, no, he didn't. He has not withdrawn. He said, I withdraw this truth. It's not a truth. Can he withdraw? And if that's how COPE gathers material, no wonder they are where they are, but he has not withdrawn. Honorable Member, thank you very much. I have asked the member to withdraw. That's the first statement he made. I again asked him to withdraw. He did. But given that you are raising a concern, I will again check the Hansard. Can, for now, the honorable member proceed?
Thank you very much, Chairperson. You see, some of us don't know English properly.
Can Honorable
we
Matisha,
can only come and say,
Honorable Matisha,
hong, 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 like that.
Honorable Matisha.
Yes. Hong, hong, hong.
Honorable Matisha.
Hong, hong.
Honorable Matisha.
That's the only thing that she knows.
Honorable Matisha.
Yes. Thank you.
Honorable
Exactly what she's doing. And
Honorable
we're leaving her to
Madisha,
do
you
that.
have actually exhausted your time. Thank you very much.
Honorable Chairperson.
Hong, hong,
Honorable
hong.
Chairperson.
To hell with you.
No,
Honorable Chairperson.
Honorable Madisha, can you please withdraw?
Chairperson, point of order, Chair.
Order.
On a point of order, Chair.
Chairperson. Order, honorable member. I've recognized the chief whip of the majority party. I've noted your hands. I've just
of cannabis on religious grounds to be passed. Are we not in South Africa? Aren't we going to lag with this
Position paper. Please don't bring xenophobia into this as a form of excuse for being late and doing your job. Please.
I'm not going to.
Bam, oh, bop, bada bop, boom.
Debate that with Andre because he knows very well that this is just taking advantage of the advantage that he might have in terms of spreading his own propaganda.
How?
The bottom line is that we are dealing with it. The bottom line is that we are concerned about it. The bottom line is that we also have a responsibility to ensure.
It's the one and only Digo Double G.
Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg.
Da 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 da. You know I'm mobbing with the D.R.E.
Country. The South African leader also reacted to the perception that he wasted public money on his private home at Nkandla in KwaZulu-Natal, saying it was wrong and the result of unbalanced reporting by the media.
If you listen to our good friends, the opposition, hey, I'm telling you, you can think you live in another world. You know, some people who could not pronounce Nkandla, they've now learned Nkandla, Nkandla, Nkandla. Hey, hey, hey. That's part of the problem. Again, it emphasizes the poverty of politics in our opposition parties. I can't remember, you know, part of the reason I can't deal with all the contributions. I'm dealing with contributions that were very meaningful. Because others, there was nothing said. There is a broken president in a broken country, you know? My babu.
How are we looking this morning? Are things seem to be a little bit calmer?
Good morning to you, Leanne. Of course, as you can see, it's business as usual. As you can see, learners going to school, and the London roads, as you can see, is quite calm. And of course, we drove around the streets here we drove around the streets. We drove around the streets. We drove around the streets on London Road, more especially because that's where the action was during the protest last week. And I'm sorry about this because the gentleman just came in to interrupt us. So, and as I can tell you, it's quite different. The scene compared to last week is quite different. There is no shutdown at the moment. And
yo, God, the thing goes and the boom.
Of course, we have to apologize for this particular interruption, and we will we'll have to take it back to you in studio, Leanne, for now, so that we can control the situation. And of course, we will be keeping you posted with the developments here. Back to you in studio for now.
Mugged. We're being mugged.
What exactly happened there? Just take us through that.
Well, I mean, I was literally...
Government must do more to restore the dignity of our people. As the adage says, you give a poor man a fish and you feed him for a day. You teach him to fish, you give him no.
This continent is the biggest continent in the world, not separated even by a river. The rivers that are there flow with the continent. They don't cut it into half or quarter. All continents put together will fit into Africa. Our membership figures stood at 700. Listen properly.
Have you ever had a dream that you would
769,820 and 70 members, down from 100.2 million in 2012.
you want him to do you so much you could do anything?
I joined SARS about a year ago, and of course my understanding of modernization is to automate processes, including how people do things. So I'm not in a position to answer how it was and why it was halted.
So when it was halted, was there any explanation given? As someone who heads up, the IT division, works in that division, were you given any reasons as to why there was a need to halt the process of modernization?
Ma'am, let me just repeat. I said I joined SARS in 2017. Modernization started in 2007. And I joined SARS in 2017. And from time to time, organizations take time to look how they're operating. Do you insource, do you outsource, do you centralize or decentralize? I'm not in a position to give that answer.
So what we understand now through reports is that this particular halting to that process could cost the taxpayer around 1 billion rand to fix the e-filing system. Is that correct?
In some cases, the naked truth.
Yusuf Omar, Saturn.